What Jesus said about the Sabbath will destroy Sunday worship. There's a truth buried beneath centuries of tradition that will shake the foundation of modern Christianity. Jesus never changed the Sabbath. In fact, what Jesus said and did regarding the Sabbath not only upholds it, but completely destroys the idea of Sunday being a replacement for it. Let's begin with what Jesus himself declared in Matthew 5:17-18 KJV. "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." Heaven and earth are still here. So is God's law, including the Sabbath commandment. Jesus taught and kept the Sabbath. He never hinted that it would be changed or abolished. Luke 4:16 KJV says, "And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up to read." This wasn't a one-time event. It was his custom. Jesus never said the Sabbath was only for the Jews. That's a man-made excuse. The Sabbath was created at the beginning, before sin, before Israel, before Jews. Genesis 2:2-3 KJV. "And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." Nowhere in the Bible is Sunday called holy, blessed, or sanctified. Jesus confirmed the Sabbath's enduring relevance when he said, Mark 2:27-28 KJV, "The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath." Catch that? The Sabbath was made for man, not just Jews, and Jesus is Lord of it. He claimed divine ownership of the seventh day. So how can any church say Sunday is the Lord's day? Ask yourself, who changed it? Not Jesus, not the apostles. Search the New Testament. Every reference to the Sabbath shows believers still observing it. Acts 13:42, Acts 17:2, Acts 18:4. Even Gentiles worshipping on that day. Nowhere does Jesus command worship on the first day of the week. The resurrection happened on Sunday. Yes, but Jesus never instructed that it should replace the Sabbath. Resurrection is vital, but it doesn't change God's law. The real change came centuries later when Roman Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worshipper, made the first Sunday law in 321 AD. Later, the Catholic Church openly claimed to have changed the day of worship by its own authority, not God's word. The Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine plainly says, Q. Which is the Sabbath day? A. Saturday is the Sabbath day. Q. Why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? A. Because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday, and most Protestant churches follow without question. Jesus warned about making void the commandments of God through traditions, Mark 7:7-9, KJV. "Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men." This is the challenge. Disprove the fact that Jesus kept the Sabbath. Disprove that Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, not Sunday. Disprove that the apostles kept the Sabbath long after the resurrection. Disprove that Sunday worship has no biblical command from Jesus. You can't, because the facts are clear. Jesus honored the Sabbath. Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, and Jesus never changed the Sabbath. So if you follow Jesus, why aren't you keeping the day he kept?